Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 46 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series. Today, just checking on my compact machine room, checking out how things are cruising along in there. We've got a couple things going on right now. Nice. Things are going rather smoothly, actually. Nice. And you, my friend, should be allowed to go in here. Perfect. Everything's working great. I snagged a couple of some of the metals from my void miner. I've been wand of accelerating my void miner quite a bit, which is why my power cell's super low and my flux capacitor is super low. We're getting close. We're like super close to the amount of erodium crystal that we need, which is really exciting for me because it means that we will soon be able to make a crystal lens, which is what I've been working towards for like it seems like forever. At some point throughout the episodes, I did also upgrade this guy. Eesh, he drains really fast, but don't worry, he's just really quick at dumping his power. We do have I think the redstone energy conduit sort on that guy. So we've got all kinds of different tiers of energy conduits just all over our base, doing all kinds of different things. Today's episode, I'd like to pop back to the Twilight Forest and do a little bit of adventuring there. And I'm hoping that by the end of the episode, I might have the last bits of erodium that I need. I was wand of accelerating this thing like crazy, and we literally completely ran out of RF in the energy cell over there. So I had to take a break. So we were close to having enough, but then we ran out of juice. So little bit of thermal of Twilight Forest is probably my plan. I'd like to go and check out the next couple bosses and maybe see what kind of fun we can have. As I recall, looking at the map here, our next goal was that Lich, right? That's kind of where we were headed. So should I make a little bit more Big Tam? Let's get like 30 of these dudes. That should not be a problem. Beautiful. Loving it. Big Tam is delicious. Quite a good food source. And, yeah, good times will be had. Let's go pop into the Twilight Forest. Oh, guys, I think it just finished. Nice. 54 erodium. So I was gonna go to the Twilight Forest, and then I discovered... remember we had some TPS lag, and I said it was probably just World Gen last episode or two? I'm thinking it might not be just World Gen. Basically, it looks like I ran some tests. Let's get a new lens. And it looks to me like it's not World Gen, it's lighting updates. So as a result of lighting updates going out of control, the tick rate is definitely misbehaving. And that's a bad thing. So we're going to put our crystal laser lens here. So we're going to have to change course a little bit on these episodes. I did report it to the mod authors of Twilight Forest, and they're kind of aware of the issue, and they're trying to work on it. So hopefully in the next pack update or two, we should have that resolved. So now we should be focusing more on the crystal types. So let me run the acceleration a little bit and see what happens. All right, so after running the acceleration one on this guy for a little bit. Oh, we already have 7 erodium? Dude, I would run right clicking this like basically the way I've been metering it, right? Is I let it fill up and then I hold right click until it almost uses up all the RF. I would run that and get anywhere from 0 to 1 erodium. And we've gotten 7, which kind of jives with the whole, like 4 times thing. I mean, it's more than 4 times from that run, but also it's all, luck-based too. So, like, realistically, I might have gotten maybe 1, possibly 2 from that time frame, right? And we're already up to 10 erodium crystals. So that's cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Crystal lens. So that's going to help me upgrade that bad boy pretty well. What I think I'm going to do today then, since I'm going to wait for more erodium to come in, is I'd like to get back into maybe some of the more magical based mods. So we've played with Astral Sorcery a bit lately. We haven't touched Botania a whole lot. So what I'm thinking I'd like to do is swing over to my old base, as it were, and maybe collect the Botania stuff that's over there and start working on like a proper Botania based area. And what do I mean by a proper Botania-based area? Like, before, we just had this, like, mishmash of stuff, right? And what... I don't even know if I have my thing. So hopefully you're in Steal the Mana mode. Oh, good, you are. Cool. So what I think I'll do is just, like, collect all this stuff. And, like, we can play with some more Botania-based things. Does that sound cool? So we could, like, automate Botania and do a little bit more. I'm going to need some tape to move those drawers, aren't I? Probably. Zoinks. But now that we have, like, more resources, that's totally reasonable to do. So I should probably grab some tape from here. Is that cool? And we'll kind of go from there. Good deal? So I will come back in a minute once I've moved all this stuff over, and let's plan out where we're going to build a proper-looking Botania setup. Alright guys, so I'm out behind my pyramid, and I'm thinking I'd like to... My kind of concept, and I'm like not 100% there with it, but my kind of concept is that I would like-ish...
Yes, sirree!
You
Ooh, yeah,
is I kind of want to do like another pyramid, but like I want this one to be more green, like because Botania is all about nature magic, right? So my thought process here is that we could do like a greenish kind of pyramid.
Ooh, yes, sirree! Yes, sirree!
You guys have fun clearing that out. I don't know what you're going to do about that forestry hive, but good luck doing something with it. It looks like they're trying really hard to clear out the forestry hives. I don't even know if you can break them with a normal pick. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So, I haven't entirely decided how I want this to look or work, but I definitely want to, like... clear out some terrain and flatten it a bit. So I'm going to do a little bit more of this off camera, like the flattening of the terrain. And we'll be back in a minute. I'm actually thinking I might want to change up my original plan just a little bit. What if I used this naturally occurring oasis a little bit in my design? So like, how's this for a concept? And you guys feel free to give me your opinions. What if I place all my mana generating stuff inside that oasis? So it's the theme or the concept is that like the mana is being generated in that naturally occurring oasis over here. And then we have like the pyramid type structure that I was talking about be on this side of my pyramid, right? So the front is over there, right? And there's all my farms. So on the left side of my pyramid, if you're looking at it, would be the Botania area, and that could be cool. I think that sounds nice, right? I think that could be neat. So yeah, like we could have all the mana generation stuff come from over here, and we could have it like, you know, mana bursts shooting out of the oasis. Does that sound reasonable? I kind of like that idea. So I think that's what we're gonna do. And then what I'd like to have is like the grass from the oasis making its way into the pyramid. I want the pyramid to kind of be like open sky. So I want like not like a full-blown ceilinged pyramid like that one is, but I'd like it to be like big, wide, but like open to the sky. So maybe like only as high as this block, right? Up to here or here. And I'd like dirt inside and maybe some like vines. Do we have any vines? We probably don't have any vines. Can we make vines with something? Phytogenic isolators can make vines if I find some initially. Or we can void botanic miner them. Or mana infused lily pads. That's kind of cool to know. So we can at least get them. Can we mana infuse something else to get lily pads? Vines. Okay, so like not super helpful, but enough. But I mean, we could work on something there. Okay, that's cool. I like that idea. So how do I want my pyramid to be built? what I'm thinking I would do, let's start with sandstone. So let's put away some of this stuff that we don't need anymore, and my dirt can go away for the time being too. And then what I'd like is some sandstone, because I want the pyramid to look like it was originally a sandstone pyramid structure, but then the magic of Botania has morphed it into like a more living green type of environment. So like we'll have some greeny stones around it and like some other stuff. I'll figure it out. I could chisel and bit some things, but I'm not sure I want to go that route with it entirely. So we'll kind of figure it out as we go. So how about so I want this thing to be like relatively not super right next to my pyramid. So what if it's, how far away is this? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like, what if we made it 11 spaces? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? And this will be where I start my actual, like, second pyramid, right? Now, if I want you to be the same foundation, let's get our tape measure, because I want to make sure that we do this right, right? So that is 35. It should be 35 by 35, right? Because it is a square. So that should be correct. So 35 by 35. So not entirely sure if I want it to be 35 by 35 over here. Probably not. I'm probably thinking it should be a smaller size. But I do want it to be odd numbered still. So what if we tried 27 by 27? So in order for that to be a thing, we'd have to split that, so 13 in each direction. So it would be like that. Does that look right? And that would be like our smaller pyramid size. I like that. I kind of think that looks cool. Does that look good? So let's do it to here now and see what a full-size square would look like. 27 by 27. So that would come out to about here. So that's a little too big, maybe? Unless I got it a little bit closer, which wouldn't be terrible. Let me play with the sizing a little bit and maybe even take a nap, and we'll be right back. So what if we brought it a little bit closer to the actual pyramid itself, right? And we made it 23 by 23. That would bring it into about there. Now, it's not centered on the oasis, but it is centered... I mean, it's kind of maybe a little bit centered on the oasis. But it is centered on the pyramid, which is pretty much what I'm going for. So that should be cool, right? And then you to here. I just want to make sure you're definitely centered. Is 6. And then this should also be 6 on this side, if I did everything correctly sizing-wise. Yeah, nice. All right, so I kind of like this for my pyramid's structure, right? And like I said, it's not going to be all the way to the top. What I'm going to have is like a pyramid. So like if we came to about here. I don't know why I went all that far, because I derped, I guess. Oh, right, I can't be... Come on, dude. Do I not have any... Okay, that's why. That's fine, I'll fix that in a minute. So... We'll, like, come out to here-ish. And then this dude can come out to here-ish. Does that look like a decent-sized Botania room? I think it does. And I like the proximity to the base. I do. It's not too close, but it's not too far. Cool. I like it. All right, let me build the whole thing off camera real quick. Just want to verify that I actually built this properly. All right, that looks good to me. So we'll be back in just a moment. Let me tell you how awesome it is to build this pyramid with this wand. It is just perfect. I just run along here and I say build to me, and then I say this guy build to me, and boom, we are cruising right along. Like, it is really nice to build this pyramid with this wand. It is an amazing building tool. It really is. I'm very pleased that a tool like this exists. You know, like the Builder's Wand from Extra Utilities definitely has some nice features to it, but it wouldn't work in this situation because of the way that we're building the pyramid, right? Like Builder's Wand extends an existing wall. It won't be able to do the build to you like we are. So I think we'll kind of see how this works out. Boom. And I want to see what this looks like and how it feels inside once we get it up and running. And I might have to adjust it, but I won't really know until I've done it. So like, what if this was my Botania area, right? It feels good in terms of sizing. Not terrible. And I want it to be dirt inside. Specifically, I want it to be grass inside. And I want to give it that greenish look, like I said, with some vines and maybe something else to kind of help with it's a greenery type environment. We'll figure it out. All right, back in a minute. All right, now hopefully I've got, oh good, I do have some grass blocks. I'm just curious. Hey, resident watering can. If I did that and that, would you help grass grow? You do help grass grow. Nice. I like that. So there's this nifty stuff called temple blocks, which are from Chisel. And you can chisel them into all kinds of nifty patterns. And I want to check out some of these. What if we got half of them as these and half of them as medium tiles? I just want to see what these look like. That looks kind of cool. Interesting. Let me play around with a couple of these ideas here real quick. All right, so what if we did, hang on, let me clear this away. What if we made like a majority, let's get my exchanger out. A majority of this area, like these ornate blocks, and then interspersed with them, kind of coming up from the bottom, could be the occasional ornate mossy ones. Right? And like it could kind of give the impression that it's growing upwards from here. Like, would that look cool? I'm not sure I liked the ornate style, so I'm checking out cobble. I kind of like that better. I hope you guys do too, because I think that's what I'm sticking with. All right, so what do you guys think of this? Is that kind of cool? Like, I think it looks neat, actually. I kind of like it. I think it looks good. I'd like some kind of transparency, though. Like, I'd like some see-throughness to it. So there is mana glass. We could totally use mana glass in here. It wouldn't be a bad idea to use some Botania blocks in our Botania temple, right? I feel like that might be smart. I was going to use some of these guys, too, temple blocks. I think they would just look weird. Like, they look cool, but I think they would look weird with the cracked pattern that we have going on. So I'm going to nix that idea. Cool. I'm almost thinking about getting rid of this top layer. Back in a sec. Yeah, that just feels less enclosed to me. I like that. Now, the other thing I might want to do is from Block Craftery. I'm curious what a framed slant would look like with this going on. Would that be kind of cool? Do we like this idea? And does it look neat? I think it does. Now, could I get some of this occasionally in the mix? I can. Okay. Should I do that, guys? So it's like a really... And I could do the inverse on the inside. So that it's, you know, not blocky, but truly slanted looking. Let me try it. I'll be back. I'm going to need a lot of these. Block craftery. Do you know how to make these by chance? No. But you're going to have to learn probably at some point. Back in a few. I'm kind of liking it. I'm not going to lie. We're going to need a door of some kind, but I'll work on that later. But I'm kind of liking this idea. So then I'll get a couple corner pieces here, right? Because these are framed outer corners. And I suspect I could do that. That, and that. Ooh, that looks good. Oh man, does that look cool. Now I'm just debating if I want to do that inside as well. But yeah, we're definitely going to need more of these guys. Back in a few. So this is kind of my process that I've been going through the last few minutes here. The occasional block creeping up there, and then the rest can look like this. It's a little bit manual to build because I can't builder's wand or anything with these block craftery blocks. But overall, it's not terrible. And we should see a finished product here shortly. The bounding boxes are a little bit tough sometimes too, but not terrible. Like, really not terrible. Not terrible at all, I would say. Sometimes they're just a little bit tricky, as you can see. This is probably your best approach. And boom, how's that look? Is that cool? Is that cool looking? I kind of like it, guys. I think it looks really cool. Really cool. And I really hope you guys like it too, because it's staying. Because it was a lot of work to build, so it's staying that way. Do I want to do the inside slanted? That's kind of a question. It would be a lot more work, but I mean, it's worth it if it looks cool, right? Now, here's a question. Could I remove this? Could I remove these blocks and then so that it was like, so it was basically all block craftery, right? Like no center block at all. And would that look appropriate? How do I get you to slant properly? That's probably it, right? So then we could have like, would that look kind of neat? So it was full on slanted, and that would give me a little bit more room interior wise. I mean, it wouldn't actually give me more room, but it would give the appearance of having more room. Would that look cool? I think I have to do an entire wall like that before I can fully decide. So let's come back in a sec after I've done an entire wall like that before I fully decide. So let's pretend for a moment that I'm going to fill in that sand with dirt. So like this is the stepped pyramid version, I guess, if you will. Ooh, that was close. What I should probably do is claim these chunks at least, which pretty sure that prevents creeper explosions in them. And may or may not want to chunk load it. I guess it won't hurt, right? Because we'll probably eventually want chunk loading. And I'll claim the outer edges here too. Just because that's cool. My chunks. And I should probably inventory clean up real quick just to show you guys where I'm at. Zoink. So like this is old version and this is new version. I definitely think this looks cool. And I'm using, so there's outer corners, but then there's also framed inner corners, which is pretty cool. They're a little tricky to place, but once you get the placement down right, they're not terrible. So like here's where I would have a corner, right? So 1, 2, 3. So let's just like clear this out. So what I've found is the best for the corner placement is to have a block above where you want to put the inner corner. And it kind of goes, not... Hello. Inventory desync. You kind of want to place it on the block until you get it to look like that. So it's like this corner of the block above it that you want to place it on. So like here, and then here, and then here, right? And then you can do that. And then once that's placed, you can remove these guys, and then we can put these back down. Okay, and then the same thing here. And what I've been doing is matching the outside with the inside. So like if there was a green textured block on the outside, it gets a green textured block on the inside as well. Cool. Doot, doot. You just have to pay attention to the bounding boxes a little bit. And then there's your corner. Looks nice, right? Pretty cool. So I have to do that for the rest of the pyramid, but that's not terrible. And then I'm going to block exchange that sand around there with some dirt and get it into grass. It may or may not be grassable because technically there's a block on top of it. So I don't know if we'll be able to have that be grass because, you know, it can't be grass if there's a block above it, right? I don't know. So we'll have to see. May or may not. It may have to be dirt. We'll see. I don't know. But back in a few minutes once I've gotten a lot more of these and a lot more of these and a lot more of other things. We'll be right back. All right, guys. Last block placement. Boom. This, okay, I lied. It wasn't the last block placement. I missed a row. This looks really cool. I like it. So like from the outside and then from the inside. Pretty spiffy, right? Like not too shabby. Let me see what kind of luck I can have with, I should have some grass blocks available to me. So if I could snag a stack or two of them, and we got an exchanger. Zoinks, and we shift clicked that dude. What would you do? Can you behave? Nice, I like it. Okay, I can do that. So what I would probably need to do would be to turn you all into sand, right? So let's get a bunch of sand. Yeah, that's my plan. I know what I'm gonna do. Let's do this. And we will exchange you grass blocks into sand. And I should probably put away things that I don't super need right now, like all these things. And we'll do like this. And that looks cool. Now I won't be able to place anything on that back end block, but that's okay. So if I do this, and then I'm gonna fill this in with this, and then we're gonna do 3x3 mode. Of course, I did that a little bit derpily. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. make sure that that last one gets in there and we're cool. So as long as I do the corners right, I can hold right click as I go along the line, right? And that's good. Nice! What is up? Boom. And now I've got some sand and some sandstone to throw home into the sorting system. And I call that a cool looking Botania room. That is cool looking. So I spent the better part of this episode making this room, but I think it came out really nice. And I really hope you guys like it, because it actually did. It took a decent amount of time to build. I'm not gonna lie. Like off camera, I probably spent at least an hour or two like making things look right. So I really do hope you guys like it. So definitely leave comments and feedback, and tell me like, yeah, Dyer looks cool, or wow, you need to hire someone to build buildings for you because you're not good at it. You know, either way, let me know how you feel. That, though, does feel like yield wrapping up point for the episode. So we'll actually fill it with Botania-type blocks next episode. But first, I want to go check in on this guy. How'd you do? Wow, 23 Erodium Crystal. Dude, that is cool. And I haven't even been accelerating one yet. So we've got some good stuff here. There's actually like a healthy amount of resources that would be otherwise a nuisance to get. So like emerald we've got a decent amount of, diamonds we've got a decent amount of, like we're pulling up some good ores, right? Cobalt and ardite, we've got some redstone, we've got some nether quartz coming in from this thing. So this guy's really nice. He's really slow and weak until you have to work hard to get that erodium mining crystal lens, which again, as a reminder, is not available in the Dire 20 pack yet. We have to update the pack to the next version to get the updated version of Emerald Tech that has that thing in it. But if you go update it yourself, it'll be fine. These guys, we're getting there on storage. What do we have a lot of that's clogging the works there? Because I feel like we shouldn't have that much stuff. We've got a lot of some things. A lot of this stuff I'm pretty sure I've got in drawers, right? So, and most of these drawers are set to be voided. So we'll just keep an eye on stuff. But for now, I think it's wrapping up point. So, you know what I could... Well, we'll play with the next episode, maybe. For now, Dire 20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoy the Botania building build. We will come back next episode and actually populate it with Botania items. And like I said, the goal... at some point, I might, like, replace some of the walls with glass or something. Because I would like to have the Botania mana be generated in the natural oasis here. So we'll have, like, a couple mana generating blocks that will... you know, mana burst their way into some kind of storage area in here, right? So like in here, we will have like right in like these spots right here might be a set of mana pools, and the mana generating stuff will burst its way into here. Like I'll center it and make it look nice, but you get the idea, right? So hopefully it'll look good. We'll see. For now, Dire 20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.